Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin. I am the Bibliophile Puzzler, and I have a video today to celebrate my excitement of having some larger piece jigsaw puzzles. Now, we're only going to talk about 1,500 piece puzzles and 2,000 piece puzzles that are in my collection. I can't go any higher than that because my puzzle table, which is right here to my left, is only a 36-inch square card table, and then my puzzle board that I'm currently using goes up to 2,000 pieces. Now, I do like those replacement tray for a dog crate, and those I can get pretty much any size. So that at one point might raise my game to say 3,000 pieces. For the heck of it, 5,000 pieces. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is I have looked at some of the even larger counts, like 26,000, even in higher than that. And I'm looking at the size of the bags that are included in the puzzles or in the puzzle boxes, and then looking at the estimates of the sizes of those sections. And then I figure, hey, if I can put them together by section on poster board, then I could build a larger puzzle. However, erudites come in a lot of fashions. I'm an erudite simply because I'm a lover of reading. But then you have people who are on the higher echelon of thinking, and they will say when it comes to anything larger than, say, 5,000 or 9,000 piece puzzles, if you don't mix all the pieces, then you're lying to yourself and you're just doing, say, 6,000 piece puzzles because there's a 24,000 piece puzzle out there. Or if it's a 30,000 piece, I'm just going off the top of my head, and the bags are in 6,000 piece sizes, they'll say, oh, you're just doing 6,000 piece puzzles. You're not doing a 30,000 piece puzzles. I see this everywhere. I see it on Instagram. I see it on Reddit. I see it on YouTube. So that's a debatable issue. But, for right now, it's not even in my wheelhouse, but I just thought I would mention that. So I'd like to show you, first we're going to start off with my 1,500 piece puzzles. I have 12. Now, my collection is currently at 490 or 491, but for larger piece puzzles, they go up to only 12, higher than 1,000 pieces. But that's okay, because we all got to start somewhere. Plus, there is the fact that I need to slow down on my puzzle buying because I want to replace my shelves in the living room with a bigger and sturdier shelf unit. And if I do that, then I can say buy more puzzles. But until I replace that shelf, I'm kind of slowing down. So, with no particular order, when I reached 1,500 subscribers on this channel, I thought I would celebrate that by means of a 1,500 piece puzzle. And that was this one, Windows Open to the World, a Buffalo jigsaw puzzle. Now, I will tell you while I'm holding this puzzle up that either my puzzles are Buffalo or Ravensburger with one Anatolian. I haven't purchased any other brand as far as larger piece puzzles at this point. And like I said, when I get those new IKEA shelves next month or July, I'm not sure when I'm going to get them, then this puzzle library of over 1,000 pieces will grow. But this was a really cool puzzle to start as my first 1,500 piece puzzle, because basically you had 9 smaller puzzles. I just had to solve each window, and as I solved each window, I did each section. Now, I did try, I remember it's been about a year or so, but when I did this puzzle, I thought I was going to be talented enough to actually complete each window and in some type of order. I don't remember which order I was trying to start in, but that didn't happen, and I kind of went all over the place like I generally do with puzzles. So again, this is a Buffalo jigsaw puzzle, Windows Open to the World, and I will look at the boxes to see if I can find the artist. Oh, this is a Dominic Davison. Dominic Davison is one of my favorite illustrators, and in the 1,000 piece size puzzles, I have more of his, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I might even have a diamond painting or two of his. So as an afterthought, I decided to show you some similar type puzzles in a few areas. And this one is called Mediterranean Windows. It's a 1,000 piece Eurographics puzzle. And I thought about it when I was doing the Windows Open to the World Jigsaw puzzle. Now here is one of my Amy Stewart Jigsaw puzzles. This is called Wine Country Escape. And I know I've got a glare. I'm just trying to avoid it as much as I can, but I can't avoid it altogether. So this Amy Stewart puzzle, I got this one simply because I liked it. It was a larger than 1,000 piece size. So, hey, you know, it had my name written all over it. And the fact that it's an Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzle. And if you know anything about me, I love Amy Stewart puzzles. In fact, I did stop the camera on the phone for a moment to check. I currently have 36 Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzles. They are mostly in the 1,000 piece sizes, and then as you see, I will have maybe like one in 1,500 and maybe 3 or 4 in the 2,000 piece puzzles. And that's why Wine Country Escape was an appealing jigsaw puzzle for me to purchase. Now this beach cabin, I'm going to look, I'm thinking it's another Davis, no, it's a Julia Green. Julie Green or Julia Green? Julie Green. Okay, this Wine Country Escape puzzle, I remember buying it because it reminded me of Dominic Davison. And I love beach scenes. I love scenes with sky. And I wanted to start growing my collection. So this, she's not an artist I've seen a lot, but hey, I know I'm going to enjoy it. Yes, I'm going to run into some challenges with these greens here, but that's okay because challenges and jigsaw puzzles is part of the fun, if not almost the bigger part of the fun. So this is called Beach Cabin. My hand might have been over it, but there you have it. Trying to avoid the glare as much as possible. Now remember I said that there was a lady on Facebook who had this as part of the deal she made for me. So that is what this one is, this Ravensburger jigsaw puzzle. And it's another Dominic Davison, and it's called Country Cottage. Now, as I said, I got this 5 or 6 years ago, so I wasn't even a fan of Dominic Davison at the time, but I'm looking forward to doing it. Now, when I was looking at this the other day, I did take this off the shelf just either yesterday or the previous day. I did notice that the trees are mostly brown and the thatch hut roof is mostly brown, so I'm going to run into some challenges, but that's okay. And now I'm actually a little bit more excited because it's a Dominic Davison and I just love his work. So the next puzzle I want to show you is my only Anatolian larger piece jigsaw puzzle. In fact, I think I own maybe 6, possibly 7 Anatolian puzzles, so it's one of the least collected brand that I have, and I just buy based on what appeals to me whenever I'm in puzzle shopping mode. But this one came to me by means of a puzzle exchange. We listed a few factors as far as what appealed to us, and based on those factors, I was able to get this puzzle. I think at that time the price limit was $25, and I don't know how much the sender paid for this, but I got this one and I was so happy. I'm really going to enjoy working on it. I know it will be a challenge, but you'll probably hear me say the word challenge an inordinate amount of times in this video. Now this Eames House of Cards video, puzzle. Again, I want to check and see if there's an illustrator mentioned here. And it's Eames Office LLC. So this puzzle jumped into my purview when I was looking for the Dean Abrahams puzzles that I was collecting at that time. And when I saw this, I had to get it. Now, I did find out well after the fact. In fact, it wasn't until I finished this puzzle that I discovered that this is part of a series. So there are other puzzles kind of that go with this theme of randomness, which if you know me, I love random. I love collage. I love individual images within the puzzle itself. So this 1,500 piece puzzle, it really was a piece of cake. I love doing it, and I'm sure I'll get more in this brand as time goes on. Okay, now we're going to segue over to the 2,000 piece size. Again, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I have 7 of these. I thought I only had 6. Now, I did mention that Amazon had some puzzles marked down, and this was one of them. And this is called Happy Vibes. No, Good Vibes. It's an Amy Stewart 2,000 piece puzzle. Now, I think I've seen this in 500 and 1,000 pieces as well, but I've got it in the here in the 2,000 piece size. And it was marked down really low. It was under the $10 range about 4, maybe 5 years ago. If I was going to be really ambitious, I could just check my Amazon account, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to talk about the puzzle itself. Now, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Child's Waisaki Peach of a Day jigsaw puzzle with the way the window is and the colors. So I know that this is going to be a little bit challenging, but here we go again with the word challenge. It's going to be enjoyable. Probably used that word a million times already too. Now, I can't show you this in the order in which I would love to, but this one is called Family Campsite, okay? And this one I also have in the 1,000 piece size, and I did this one maybe 3, 4 years ago. In fact, it was one of my very first Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzles ever. And when this came in the batch of 2,000 piece size puzzles, I had no hesitation at saying yes to the lady that was offering them because I love Amy Stewart. I love the challenge. And this puzzle will feel like new to me because it's been several years since I've done it. So this is Family Campsite. Now, this particular puzzle was another gift. This puzzle was gifted to me by a friend of mine named Peggy. She's originally from South Africa, and her and her husband visit there. I think it's 4 months out of each year. So on her most recent trip to South Africa, she brought back this puzzle. And it's called V&A at Dusk. I should have asked Peggy what V&A stands for. And I'm sure V&A stands for something that's related to something in the scenery, but it's V&A at Dusk, a 2,000 piece puzzle. The maker is RGS. And I think I looked it up. When I looked it up, I think it said Really Good Stuff. But this is going to be a lot of fun because it's coming from a different country. Now, that's not unheard of for me because you've got puzzles that come from the UK, you've got puzzles that come from Germany. But this was a gift to me from South Africa. And there are some other puzzles that they have in this brand on the back of the box. And I do intend to look this up one day to see if these are available to me here in the US without somebody traveling thousands and thousands of miles just to bring it back for me, but we'll see. So then we have this next 2,000 piece puzzle. I've already peeked at the box, and it's called Antiques and Curiosities. I did look at the box already, and it's called Gary Wilson, I think it was. Already, I forgot. There goes my short-term memory. Yes, Gary Wilson. Now, this is going to look a lot like the very next puzzle that I show you, but that's okay. And even more so, I have a 1,000 piece puzzle that's a lot like this. So I don't know that I will do these puzzles consecutively or even within the same quarter. I might spread them out to even once a year because the scene with all that yellow and being behind the glass, and that's why I said that it's kind of like other puzzles that I have because of how the store is done. But I'm looking forward to doing it, and like I said, but I'm looking forward to doing it, and when I do, you'll see it here on this channel. Now, this next puzzle kind of reminds me a little bit of that one, and this is called Brown's General Store. It's another Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzle, and I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Brown's General Store and a couple of other puzzles I have with the busy storefront and a bunch of different elements mixed in. But if you like busy, and I do, my brain seems to operate at that speed, so it doesn't intimidate me to work on this type of puzzle. But I do know that once I do, it will take me a few days because, time, all we have is time, right? But this one is one of my Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzles. Now I don't think this was a gift. This might have been a gift, this might not have been a gift. It might have already been in my queue, can't even tell you. But here you have it. And again, it's called Brown's General Store. And I did find two puzzles in my collection that reminded me of the Antiques and Curiosities puzzle. This is the Bookshop, a 1,000-piece puzzle from Ravensburger, and if I'm not mistaken, it's an Amy Stewart puzzle. And this White Mountain puzzle called Puzzle Store. For some reason, those three puzzles just remind me of each other. Now, just like that other family campsite puzzle I showed you, this family vacation jigsaw puzzle, I've already done this as a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I went ahead and did it here as this 2,000-piece puzzle. And this was one of the ones that was gifted to me by that wonderful lady on Instagram. Now, I don't know if I was just excited to be working on a larger count puzzle, but it only took me a couple of days. And I can't say it's because I've already done it as a 1,000-piece puzzle, because when I check my records on Facebook, I did this puzzle 3 or 4 years ago, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of puzzles since then, so there's no muscle memory for this puzzle, at least not that I can recall. And then I did save, and I'm not going to say the best for last, but I did save this for last because it just came, and because it just came, it's what inspired me to make this video. This is another Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzle, and it's a 2,000-piece Ravensburger puzzle called World of Books. Now, I'm telling you, I want to jump right into this puzzle. I really do. And if I was a little bit more organized, I could pull out a couple other puzzles that are in the same fashion by Amy Stewart that I have, but they are 1,000-piece puzzles. And even like, for example, Fantastic Voyage that I've done. And if I can, I'll pop up that image. In fact, yeah, I think what I'll do is anytime I have similar images, I will try to edit them into this video. But for right now, this World of Books jigsaw puzzle is so exciting. I waited nearly 6 weeks for it when I ordered it on Amazon. It already told me that it was coming pretty late, and it actually came one day prior to the last day of its proposed delivery. But when it came, I was so excited. I'm so glad I have it, and it's going to be a real joy to put together. So these are the two puzzles that I have that kind of remind me of that one. This is Vintage Summer Garden, a 1,000-piece shelf-like puzzle because it has 4 rows. And by the way, it is an Amy Stewart jigsaw puzzle. And another similar one I have in my collection is a Cheryl Marchetti puzzle called China Cupboard, another shelf-like or shelf-type puzzle, I should say. That's it. If I get creative, I will edit in similar type puzzles in smaller piece count and by different vendors, or should I say different manufacturers. But I just wanted to make this video. I am so glad that I have these larger piece puzzles, and I was telling my friend Hope at one point, I only want to shop for 2,000-piece puzzles, but I can't stick to that. Want to know why? Because Ebu has new puzzles, Ebu Peace and Love, and their puzzles are only 500 and 1,000 pieces, and there's at least 6 new Ebu puzzles that I want, at least 6, and I think I have 53, and so I will bring myself close to 60. So because of brands like Ebu, I will continue to buy piece sizes smaller than 1,000 pieces. And I'm also thinking of the Circle of Colors series by Ravensburger. Those are 500-piece round puzzles, and I want to continue to collect those puzzles, and I think there's 3, maybe even 4 new ones of that series, and I have maybe 9. So I will buy 500-piece puzzles. I will buy 1,000-piece puzzles, and I also will buy 750-piece puzzles. And the 750-piece puzzles, in fact, there's a lady on Facebook who had 2 cat puzzles that I don't have yet, and they are 750 pieces in size. And she's at work, so I just have to wait to get her shipping details, and I will be buying those too. And I think there was a Ravensburger puzzle in there. I'm not sure what size, but I will be getting 3 from her. So anyway, I just had to share this video with you. Now I've got to do some editing, and like I said, if you stay for the end of the video, you will see that I might have tried to edit in, and if I do edit in other similarities with puzzles, I just do voiceovers for that. I won't come back and face the camera because it's going to take me a while to edit this. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you with my next video.